Funded paper dolls come with genitalia that can be removed and then swapped out. A therapist at the University of Minnesota Medical tells the New York Post that they spent over a decade developing the dolls. The goal is to help kids, quote, learn about the different options that exist for who they can be. The website for the dolls promises to, quote, make gender fun. It says they were designed for clinicians and educators and lists their purpose as therapeutic play and gender identity exploration. They'll reportedly be in classrooms with kids as young as 4. Kaylee, let's start with you. What's your thoughts on this?
It's just remarkable that Tim Waltz failed to secure, the release of the illegal alien child rapist in Minnesota, who he tried to pardon, was deported anyway, and immediately turned his attention to this, to exposing young preschoolers to genitalia. Put aside the transgender element to this for a minute. Why does a 4-year-old need to be exposed to genitalia, period, point blank? It's completely unnecessary. And so I think, for those who predicted that maybe the left would take a more moderate approach on this issue after 2024 and that maybe they would, abandon wokeness altogether, no. Clearly, it's just lying dormant in some of these states. And when politicians, again, remember, he's not seeking re-election, he's done. And when they don't have any restraints, this is what happens. They pursue it to its full force, and they are only going to ever get more radical on this issue. So I think it's a warning for Republicans, but also for parents, for those of us who have young children, to constantly be on guard about this stuff.
Yeah,
well, I just don't like the opening of adults having that intimate a conversation with a 4-year-old. I don't like it. I think we have enough pedophilia in our society not to have that happen. And if you think some aren't masquerading in regular places in our society, you're delusional. They are. So I don't want anybody telling my child, or anybody's child, 4 years old, by the way, if you put your hands in your pants, we can change that for you. Like, what kind of a message are we sending? Unless we're training, a bunch of surgeons and we want kids to start early with the idea of mutilation and surgery. Look, I'm going to talk plain. Because as disgusting as it sounds, imagine what the reality is.
Brass tacks economically. So the Minnesotans have just learned that billions of their tax dollars went out the window, right, funding terrorist organizations and worse. And now they're also learning on top of that whatever's remaining is funding this.
This year marks the 3rd annual celebration of Transgender History Month for the state of California. This month-long observance is the first of its kind in the United States. And what better way to celebrate than with graphic novels? Why graphic novels? Well, not only do they help build your visual literacy skills, but they are often beautiful works of art and expressions of creativity in their own right. And the trans community sure knows a lot about expressions and creativity. So join us Saturday, August 22nd from 1 to 4 p.m. right here at Central Library for Transformative Comics, a celebration of all things transgender comics, graphic novels, and zines. We hope to see you there.